Hello and welcome. Often, many of us find it very hard. We avoid doing it. Knowingly, we end up with feelings like stress, overwhelm, frustration, or even more bitter, resentful. And finally, we don't do it because we don't want to feel guilty. So, what am I talking about? Yes, we find it difficult to say the two-letter word, saying no when the request comes in. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything." Our time is more precious than money, because we all know that time once spent cannot be earned back. Our time is in demand. Requests for the same is flooding in all the time, through chats, emails, phone, or in person. Choosing how we respond to this request is purely our choice, and this is where that difficulty steps in. Where we might be saying yes when we want to say no. We just want to take ourselves out of that autopilot, think through before responding. We want to use this request as an opportunity to draw healthy boundaries around our time as well as our relationships. We also realize that saying no to something means we are saying yes to something else. The point we realize here is to stay stress-free, to be more efficient and productive, to manage healthy relationships, we need to learn that gentle art of saying no, and that too, saying it without feeling guilty. The art that many people have problems with. All that we need to know is how to handle requests. And if you are one of those who is looking forward for this, then stay tuned. This is something that I have struggled with for many years, and finally found few simple yet powerful ways to handle this. And I will share all my learnings with you. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Krishna, productivity mindset and spiritual coach. I work with men and women to let go of their past, to access their inner wisdom, and to experience that inner shift, to lead the life they always wanted. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there and press that red bell icon so that you will be notified as soon as I post new videos. Now, let's get started. As humans, we are gifted with many powers, and among them, the power to think and the power to choose are the two greatest powers. So, you have this unique opportunity to think and choose how you spend your precious time. There is no doubt, you need to be absolutely responsible with your S's and O's, because you know the consequences. That is, when you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. And the reason that we struggle with this is saying no can hurt, anger, or disappoint the person you are saying it to. And it is not a fun task, especially if you are looking forward to working with that person in the future. Then saying no in a wrong way can destroy that relationship that you wanted to have in the first place. And one more thing, people say yes when they want to say no because there are some good reasons, giving themselves some credit, understanding, compassion. Let me explain this to you. It is not easy for people who are empathetic, more sensitive, more caring. Especially for compassionate people, this can be extra hard, for reasons like they don't want to feel guilty. And why do they feel so? Because they don't want to come across as rude, selfish, unkind, uncaring. They fear that people dislike or reject them. Another reason that they don't allow themselves to be authentic in saying no is they fear being judged and criticized. This doesn't make them feel good, right? This is one of the reasons. So, when we are saying yes, but we don't mean it, means we are not authentic with our S's and O's, but we are saying so because we don't want to feel certain things or damage certain things. While we appreciate this fear, we also want you to remember that when you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else, like distressing yourself, helping someone, being at service, or spending time with family and friends, and more importantly, feeling that sense of authenticity within you. So, the first thing is being authentic with self, being honest with self, asking these powerful questions. What do I really want? How important is this to me? This automatically brings some clarity in thoughts. You are looking at what is important to you, how important it is, and this enables you to be more responsible with your S's and O's, because you are in absolute alignment with those things that are important to you. And when you say yes, you will really mean it. So, what are some of the steps that you can follow to be grounded, clear, and get to say things that you really mean. Being crystal clear, not to be wishy-washy. Offer people due respect. Know that they are spending their time requesting for yours. What does it all mean? Don't say yes when you know that you are going to come up with some kind of excuse at the last minute to get out of it. I know that sometimes we want to pad up people's feelings by being a kind of back and forth, being tentative, because as we discussed it earlier, we don't want to be hurting their feelings. But you need to be clear. Say things that you actually mean. It is good for your integrity on the inside. The point here is to be clear and being authentic. Be concise. Don't come up with all kinds of reasons or big explanations, like a laundry list of commitments, sob stories, to look like a victim, going on and on for 10-20 minutes. Don't do that. You can always mention few reasons for saying no, but don't over-explain it. Understand, saying no can be a complete sentence. But if you want to explain, let that be short, sweet, and polite. Setting boundaries. When does it become hard to say no? Only when we haven't taken enough time to evaluate the request or the relationship, isn't it? When we are clear about the dynamics of our relationship and our role in it, we may not feel as hard or worried about the consequences of saying no. You realize the strength of your relationship. Now you can decide how you want to handle that request. But being clear and authentic is paramount. Being assertive and courteous. This is important in any relationship. So you might say, I am sorry, I can't make it right now, but will let you know when and if I can. This is a polite approach and puts you in the position of power in changing the dynamics. Say it only if you mean it. Offer alternatives. Many times, what happens is, you like the request, you want to take part, but timing is not okay. Like you have some other important work to attend to at the same time. So, you don't want to say no, as this is also interesting and important. In such cases, you may offer a mutually convenient alternative. Being genuine and authentic. You may have a hard time saying no because the request or the person involved means a lot to you. You are really happy and grateful for being asked. This may naturally make you feel bad to say no. By all means, shower all your appreciation and thank them. But stay clear, concise, firm in your response. So remember what Warren Buffett said. The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. Well, try practicing this simple and powerful 6 steps in your day-to-day activities while handling requests. I can assure you will definitely experience that inner shift through your accumulated wisdom to lead the life that you always wanted to. A stress-free, joyful life. Thank you for your time and for watching this video. If you have liked this video, do subscribe, like and share it with your family and friends. Press that red bell icon so that you will be notified as soon as I post new videos. Even if you don't do all that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this video. God bless you.